Hello, we are discussing about GATE 2004 ECE paper, and the topic we are discussing is electronics. If for a silicon NPN transistor the base to emitter voltage VBE is 0.7 volts and the collector to base voltage VCB is 0.2 volts, then the transistor is operating in normal active mode, saturation mode, inverse active mode, cutoff mode. Okay. So what was given is nothing but VBE is given as 0.7 volts and VCB is given as zero point 0.2 volts. Okay, then we are going to calculate what is the region of operation. So if you observe, let us assume a common emitter transistor. We are going in this way. This is NPN transistor in common emitter mode. By that time the current flowing through base is indicated as IB and current flowing through collector is indicated as IC. Okay, and this resistance is RC. The supply voltage connected is VCC. So this is a point where we are going with V0 is equal to VCC minus IC RC. So V0 can be written as VCC minus IC RC. For example, case 1. Okay, so we are going in this way. Okay, we will go in a manner like this. I am going with a vertical line where I am going to indicate three parameters. Okay, first one is related to the IB, and second one is related to the IC, third one is nothing but V0. V0 implies nothing but, here it is in terms of us, we can write it as VCE. Remember this one. Okay, V0 is nothing but simply it is VCE, voltage from collector to emitter, because emitter is at ground. So we will go with VCE, we don't go with V0. So initially assume that one IB value is at 0, that is the emitter base junction is reverse bias, so that no base current is flowing. So IB is equal to 0. Whenever the emitter base junction is reverse bias, at that time transistor will be in the off condition, and that makes IC to become 0. That is IC is also becomes 0. Whenever IB is equal to 0, IC will become 0. IC is equal to 0 is nothing but, in this V0 equation, VCC minus ICRC. IC is equal to 0, so what you will get is nothing but VCE is equal to VCC itself. The value present over here is nothing but VCC. You will get maximum output voltage you will get whenever the base current is 0, and by that time transistor will be in the off condition. So this mode is going to be called as cutoff mode. So this vertical line itself is going to be called as cutoff mode. So now let us assume we are going to increase. Okay, we are going to increase the bias voltage such that IB starts flowing. Whenever IB starts flowing, IB is going to be increasing from 0 value, so it is going to increase in this way. As the IB value is going to be increases, IC is also increases. IC also increases because IC is nothing but beta times of IB. So whatever the value of IB, it will be gets multiplied by beta approximately, and the value will become IC. As IC increases in the V0 equation, that is VCE equation, so ICRC term will be increasing. Whenever this term increases, at that time the total value of VCE will be reduces. So VCE value will be gets reduces. So will be gets reduces as it is moving from towards right. So VCE value increases from right to left, whereas IB and IC values are increasing from left to right. Okay, so that this is what actually taking place. So this increase in IB is going to be makes in the increase in the IC, but this IC increases and increases. At one point it will become saturate. At one point it will become saturate, that is nothing but it no more increases even if you increase the IB value. By that time this value is going to be treated as IC saturation. Okay, so till this value there is a linear relationship between IB and IC. So you can write it as IC saturation is equal to beta times of IB, and after this IB value, okay, whatever the value of IB you are getting, to make the transistor enter into constant current region, after that one, if you increase base current also, collector current, it is no more increases, it will become constant. What is the minimum amount of base current required is going to be called as IB minimum. This point is going to be, actually speaking, it is IB minimum. IB minimum is nothing but minimum amount of base current required to keep the transistor current to become constant. Okay, if you apply this value or more than this value, the transistor collector current will become saturated. So whenever it is saturated and it has a very high value, by that time total VCC will be dropping across ICRC and the VCE value will be minimum. That minimum value is going to be indicated as VCE saturation, and afterwards, okay, it's going to be stopped. As IC becomes IC saturated, VCE becomes VCE saturation. So during this point and this point, this region is going to be called as, okay, the region between these 2 points, the region between these 2 points is going to be called as active mode, active or linear mode. And exactly at this point, that is nothing but from these 3 dots, okay, and right of this one is going to be called as saturation region. Okay, so VCE saturation with respect to voltage, because in our question it was given only voltages, so that we are going to say, okay, if for NPN transistor, if VCE is greater than VCE saturation, okay, then transistor will be in active mode. Remember this one. Okay, if VCE is less than or equal to VCE saturation, then it will be in saturation mode. Now we will calculate VCE value, and we should know that one VCE saturation is a standard value, which is nothing but 0.2 volts for silicon transistor and 0.1 volt for germanium transistor. It's a standard value. So we will calculate VCE. VCE can be calculated as VC minus VE, and if you take the common terminal as base, VCB minus VEB, and you can write it as, okay, VCB we will write as it is minus of VEB. It has not given, what was given is VBE. So if you write VEB in terms of VBE, at that time it will become negative of VBE. As the terminals gets exchanged, at that time we have to introduce negative sign. So by that time VCE is equal to VCB plus VBE, which implies nothing but VCB is 0.2 volts plus VBE is 0.7, which is nothing but 0.9, which is greater than 0.2 volts. 0.2 volts is nothing but VCE saturation for NPN transistor. So transistor is in normal active mode, normal active mode. Transistor never operates in reverse active mode. Remember that one. Why? Because transistor is a current control device. Current control device is nothing but output current should depend on input current. So IC must depend on IB. If you check about the inverse active mode is nothing but where emitter base junction, which normally considered as input junction, is reverse bias and output junction is forward bias. If input junction itself is reverse bias, there is no chance of application of input current, so that IB will be treated as 0, and whenever the input current is 0, output current doesn't depend on the input. So that reverse mode, that is inverse active mode or reverse active mode, it will not be used in practice, because BJT is a current control device which requires an input current to get the influence on the output current. But in reverse active mode there is no possibility of application of input current. since emitter base junction is reverse bias, so it is not normally used. The answer for us is normal active mode, that is option A. Thank you.